obviously the two-nation theory was a reality on the ground, which means both the nations, meaning the Hindu nation and the Muslim nation, were receiving this English education very differently. Hindus, I would say a significant portion of them, those who embraced English education, were doing so to climb the social ladder, and also they had refashioned their own approach to dharma on Protestant lines. The Brahmo movement being significantly one of those examples, according to me. And therefore, they wanted to perhaps do away with those aspects of their culture which they felt held them back from being a part of the new modern civilized world. And they had almost no conviction in the metaphysical, let's say, foregrounding of Hinduism. And they were happy to be a part of this elite club. Now, Muslims consciously stayed away from English education, perhaps because they were acutely aware of education's role in transmission of culture, including the role played by language. And in that sense, Muslims were sharper, better informed, shrewder, and far-sighted in not embracing English education. And they stayed away from it significantly. And this was a conscious call which clerics and families issued to their own children, saying, do not embrace it under any circumstances. Should it come to that, start with Islamic learning and then go to English learning. And that is the hybrid model that Syed Ahmad Khan comes out with. So the one is the question of the means. The second is the end goal. Hindus represented by the Congress, represented by the moderates, were interested in being part of the English empire. They make no bones of it. They're absolutely clear about it. Anyone who aspired for freedom and complete independence was branded a lunatic who should have been committed to a mental institution, according to them. These were statements issued by Gokhale and others, the political mentor of Gandhi. And these statements were not isolated statements. This broadly represented the DNA of the Congress until the emergence of the extremist faction within the Congress. And since the extremist faction was effectively marginalized and relegated to the sidelines, the moderates represented the mainstream of the Congress. So a dominion status or a status at par with Australia, New Zealand, Canada, this was the end goal of the Congress. Whereas Muslims were clear, and Syed Ahmad Khan says it abundantly clearly, where he says, I am no fan of the British man or his culture, but I need his help to prevent the resurgence of Hindu political rise. And I need his help to ensure that members of my community infiltrate the system using English, but not drowning in the ocean called English culture. And that was effectively the ball that he set rolling. And I think that ball continues to roll even in 2023.